The Absa Cape Epic. 8 days of untamed mountain bike racing, traversing the harshest and most breathtaking terrain of South Africa's Western Cape province. This land both tests and surprises. Untamed in character, it demands bravery and grit to conquer. In the race's 20-year history, it has attracted the world's best, forging a reputation as a rite of passage for all mountain bikers. In 2024, a new chapter will be written. This is the Absa Cape Epic Route, brought to you by Toyota. Opportunities await as the journey into the untamed begins on the manicured trails of Lawrenceford Wine Estate. In the shadow of the Heldenberg Mountains, it is renowned as one of the country's oldest and most celebrated wine farms. The Prologue Time Trail pits teams against the clock. 26 kilometers with 1,050 meters of climbing.
Cape Epic is the Tour de France for mountain biking. It's the biggest mountain bike stage race in the world. It's the most prestigious race that you can win. That's the same with Tour de France. It gets all the attention, and that's what Cape Epic does as well for the riders.
Through vineyards, orchards, and pristine fynbos. It's an adrenaline-packed start, but it won't reveal all the cards just yet. Teams transfer north to Tulbagh for the first marathon stages. Bravery will be required on stage 1. Tulbagh, once a frontier town, is still an untamed mountain biking destination. Stage 1, 90 kilometers with 2,450 meters of climbing. 4 major climbs punctuate the day, including the infamous Fanti's Pass. It's not just all challenges in climbing though. Hand-built single tracks, never before ridden in a race, will offer a welcome reward for the uphill toils. Exceedingly tough on the way up, scintillating on the way down.
I love coming back for so many reasons. If it's the racing aspect, the friends I have here, the gastronomy, wine part. For me, it's also probably on the bike gonna be some hard hours, but it's also like the perfect riding holidays with good people together. Everything is organized, riding nice trails, nice scenery, seeing old friends again after a year.
Stage 1 will be beautiful throughout. Withstanding the untamed and unrelenting challenges presented by the Waitzenberg Valley requires endurance and skill. Stage 2, 93 kilometers with 2,200 meters of climbing. Stage 2 begins with an ascent from Absa Cape Epics of yore, climbing into the Waitzenberg Valley. Famed for its relentlessly technical trails, the valley itself might not feature an imposing amount of climbing, but do not be fooled by the profile. The rocky trails deny momentum and reintroduce the concept of inertia to all but the most skillful. The drop back to the Tulbagh Valley is no free ride. Rocky in places, line choice will be vital.
The Cape Epic is it's really unpredictable. It's one of the toughest races you can do, and everything needs to come together, and you take your expectations low because everything can happen in those 8 days.
On Wednesday morning, the race departs from Sarensburg in Tulbagh for CPUT's Wellington campus in the only transition stage. Stage 3, 94 kilometers with 2,100 meters of climbing. Blending buttery smooth tarmac with the rugged remoteness, Stage 3 is a mix of natural and man-made. A flat run starts the day before the course gets complex with a dual-track climb into the wild. Teams will experience some classic Cape single track cut through pristine finpos before Bynes Kloof Pass and an unexpected sting in the tail. Do not expect a direct race home.
Cape Epic has been a huge part of my early season's preparation, like a big goal at the beginning of the season. Of course, my very first Cape Epic victory with Ariane Lüthi was very special. That partnership you form when racing as a team is something extremely unique and something I haven't found elsewhere in cycling.
From jagged chunks of unhewn rock to smooth sandstone pebbles, the day is one for geologists. The Queen stage of the 2024 Absa Cape Epic will demand every team rises to the challenge. The gauntlet laid down by the untamed. Stage 4, 88 kilometers with 3,000 meters of climbing. Featuring more meters of climbing than any stage in recent years, Stage 4 is defined by ascents. They begin relatively steadily, then become longer and steeper as the day progresses until it reaches into the clouds with South Africa's most awe-inspiring cliffhanger trail. The Toyota Tough section of the day. Built on the Cannetsfontein and part of the Imbu or Big 5 Challenge, clinging to the very highest slopes of the Havercast Mountains, it takes a head of heights and technical skills to conquer.
The Cape Epic gave a lot to me. I also got a name through the Cape Epic. I mean, it's a life story. You can't just take it away. As long as I have fun, as long as I feel fit, I wanna do the epic.
On Stage 4, your commitment to preparation will be rewarded with thrills and time gains. A thrilling loop through the wild boar trails, home to technical climbs, traverses and descents. It is a rare day of flat-out fun, but still with a challenge or two. Stage 5, 70 kilometers and 1,750 meters of climbing. A mixed district road and dual tracks start the day, but once on the trails, they flow back to back along the slopes of the Limmetberg and into the Dwolhof Valley. As fatigue begins to set in, teamwork will be vital. If one is feeling good while the other suffers, the gap between teammates will amplify.
Success is where preparation meets opportunity. So for me, the Cape Epic was all about being really, really well prepared for that challenge. You know, whatever the challenge is in life and on the bike, those moments can be really powerful, and Cape Epic certainly provides plenty of challenge to prepare for.
Wild and rocky at times, always untamed. It should be a faster day ahead of the bus journey to Stellenbosch for the final 2 stages of the race. Teams should be warned. They will need to be steadfast in their resolve if they are to conquer the untamed in Stellenbosch. Stage 6, 87 kilometers, 2,300 meters of climbing. The route presents climbs aplenty across some of South Africa's most famous wine farms. The trails twist and turn with berms and rollers interspedded among small drops and rises. When raising your eyes from the terrain ahead, you'll see across the winelands to Table Mountain in the distance, but do not raise your gaze for too long.
The Absa Cape Epic kind of made its name quite quickly for being a stage race that has to be on a bucket list of any mountain biker. There's something unique about the spirit that you feel kind of part of a big family, and I think that's what makes people coming back year after year.
A day of determination that rewards with exceptional downhill single tracks. The conquest of the untamed is within reach, but the final stage is no free ride. Stage 7, 65 kilometers, 2,000 meters of climbing. Of the kilometers which remain, the majority are in the world-renowned Jonkershoek Valley, climbing one side of the valley 3 times and descending it in turn 2. Sweeping and fast, tight and technical, smooth in places, rocky in others. A high traverse above familiar terrain leads to the final hurdle of the 2024 race. You cross that finish line, you know you gave it your all, claiming your spot in the Book of Legends. The 2024 Absa Cape Epic, the 20th edition, and a route filled with untamed challenges. One that features 16,850 meters of climbing packed into 613 kilometers of racing. From the prologue in Lawrenceford to the grand finale in Stellenbosch, every stage is designed to test teams to the limit. The 2024 Absa Cape Epic route, presented by Toyota. Are you tough enough?